Okay, howdy everybody. It's Ed back again. This is part three, and this is going to be short. I had a class today at 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and it didn't happen. So they rescheduled for about 3 hours from now. Or 2 hours from now. So let's get to it. Here's part three. Here is I wanted to throw something, a little something together here, and here's the same chart you're looking at before, uh, and I'll take, I can take this off. It's not a big deal. Okay, and there we go. Okay, and I wanted to put some order flow on here just to kind of show you guys, where you can look to see where your turns are, okay, and get a better entry than, better entry to the downside. Okay, so here's your 55 EMA extension. You'll notice these little dashes here. That is right up here, and the yellow lines is the candle VPOC. Okay, these right here are buying. The red is a buying exhaustion, green selling exhaustion. Okay, so when you get the green and the yellow at the bottom of the candle, it goes up. When you get the yellow and the red at the top of the candle, it goes down. Very simple. Okay. So right here was a beautiful. See how these are not together and these are closer, a little bit closer, but these are like within a tick of each other, right there. That's when you're going to get your great reversal. Okay. That's a higher probability reversal. But you can take those. I mean, you can certainly take those. You see that, and you see VPOC up here, the volume point of control on a candle up here, and you see a buying exhaustion up here. Take that sucker. Take that trade. The buying exhaustion here was right around VPOC, right in here somewhere. So drove it down, drove it up, drove it down. But you're looking at these levels. The primary thing is looking at these extension levels. Okay, if you see something above that, you can safely take the trade, or you can get out of your long trade. If you're a long trade and you haven't gotten out here, you can get out here safely get out here, safely get out here. Okay, and see that lower high, see these buying exhaustions are basically walking price down. Okay, so and then the selling exhaustions will be uh, walking candles up and down, up and down, up and down. So if you've got any sort of order flow, I have my free order flow, and it's on my Twitter feed, and it's the pin post, so you can load it onto your share chart, or you can use anybody else's. It doesn't really matter. Um, set your settings wherever you want them. We're good. So you can see where these little micro swings are in here. If you wanted to, say for example, you wanted to scalp up here and you wanted to, I just want to make a quick buck. 45.65, and I'm angling up towards this guy, 45.76. So there's a quick $500 move right there. Boom. Okay, 10 points, $500 move, and you're done. Okay, I just want to make, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, right? And all of a sudden this guy's down here. You've got selling exhaustion, not at, it's a little more problematic if it's at that level, but if it's right below that level, then you can take that. Okay, and then if you're trading two contracts, the first contract would be taken off at the 55 EMA itself. Second contract would be taken off at the EMA extension. Okay. Now, if you look back through these days, you can see where this stuff worked pretty well. You had a nice sell-off down here, okay? So if you didn't get your target, say for example you were coming down here and you go, oh, well, that's a trend change. Well, look to see where everything is, okay? This whole thing is angling up, still angling up. You have a slight bit of drop off here. Okay, and yeah, that turned red. Okay, I admit that. Yeah, that turned red, and that's Lovex open. Okay, Globex Open, you'll see a reaction. You'll see a reaction like settlement price, RTH Open, London Open, those levels. That's where I look at. I look at these levels. I look at these open spots for any sort of reaction. So get a reaction here, VPOC, and it turned down. It drove it back down because somebody's sitting up there shorting. Obviously, I mean, you look at this. I mean, it's coming down, pops up to Globex Open right there, the white line pops up at Globex Open. What happens? That's the extension. Boom, takes it off. All right, and drives it back down. Beautiful short, beautiful short. Comes back. Maybe you're adding to your trades. You're adding to your long trades, especially if you're trading the micros. You know, it's not very expensive to add, you just add contracts. As it's going down, add. Because see where the price action is bouncing down. I personally wouldn't do that because the trend is obviously down because we're not penetrating that 55 very far. That's okay. Then it turns around. See, then it turns around. So you're looking at, made a new low here and then drove up down here. So now you obviously got a trend change. Okay, and this was Thursday. Trend change, and here you go. There's your settlement price right there, and that's where you might have gotten out. But any of these pullbacks, you could add if you wanted to. The problem is you don't know how far this is going to. I mean, this could trend down for the entire day. I would not recommend that kind of a strategy, but there are people that, if you're trading micros, every time you make a lower low, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it, right? Lower high, lower low. And then they're going to turn back around and they're going to say higher low. That's a trend change. They're going to dump all of their micro contracts and start the process again of, buying it. There's a lower low, that was a nice buy there. But you can see you're moving your order flow, especially your point of control had moved down here and it didn't quite reach that. Okay, whenever you see that, okay, this is starting, see that starting to angle up? Well, it's starting to angle up. It's obviously a trend change. Okay, now that looks like just a deep pullback. It does not look like another, slamming it down here. That does not look like another trend change. Okay, if you look back, I don't think we see a whole lot of that going on. There's this jerky, where they're coming down. Then all of a sudden we go up and then we're coming down some more. Not on these moving averages. These moving averages are basically pretty good. Okay. So what are we doing? Coming down. As you can see, the order flow up here is pretty good on the turns. Down to here, the pullback. Keep your stop up at the top here. The pullback, and then you're coming down and you're targeting this guy. So you could have added there, target there. Okay, get out. And as long as this is coming down like that, you can add. As long as that's coming down, you can add. Typically you're looking at 3 pushes until everything goes back up. But again, the general trend, the trend is right here. You can see the general trend is going down. It's rejected off RTH Open. This was at what, 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:20. It rejects off RTH, obviously rejecting off RTH Open. So if that were me and I see this, that's a definite reject off RTH Open. There's another reject off RTH Open. Here's RTH Open right there. They try to push it up. What are all these things doing? At RTH Opens, folks. Look at RTH Open. RTH Open right there. What did they do? They pushed right back up into that 55 EMA pointing down. Where do you think we're going to go? Down, of course. Back, down, Thursday. So you're looking at 45.66 to 46. looking at a nice 20-point move down, and you can add every time you have a pullback here, you add, pull back here, add, pull back here, add. When you get down here, the 20 points, you get the heck out. You know, or you can just scalp it back and forth. Doesn't matter. And you get out. You're done for the day. You know, you're looking at what, 10 o'clock, a couple hours of trading, and you're done. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Just going back and putting order flow. As you can see the order flow turns. You can see the turns right there. Deeper pull back there, and then back up. Buying it there, selling it there, coming back down to, this was London Open. This was 4:20 in the morning. No, I'm sorry. This was like 6 o'clock in the morning. Turn around and reject off London Open, going higher, and now we turn it around up here. Your moving average extension bottoms out. Boom, here we go. And you could put this on your charts, just something as simple as a moving average extensions, and take a look at those. You know, sometimes I have found that, you know, you're looking at like between 5 and 10 points for your extension, and those are really, really nice, very nice scalp moves. And you can see where, you know, here's your consolidation. Now you're trending up. Okay, here's your consolidation right here. You know, draw that out. It's pretty obvious. And where are we going? This was at Globex. And you a lot of times you see this sort of thing at Globex. You know, the consolidation, but all your moving averages were turned up. So what are you going to do? I'm buying it. So there we go. Anyway, if you have any comments or suggestions or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment, a like. Too bad they don't have dislikes. I've always wanted YouTube to have dislikes so you can tell how many people liked or how many people didn't like your video for one reason or another. Anyway, any comments, any suggestions, anything you'd like to see in future videos, feel free to let me know and I will take care of it. See y'all.